I'm going live, live, live. Because I don't care about this slate. I'm going live, live, live. I am going live. Are we live? Are we live? I don't know. Let me look. Are we live? Let me share this. Because here we go. At least my day is easy now. I have nothing to do. We are live. Let me share this. Let me go here. Let me share this right now. Do. Let's see. Here we are. Live now. Ba-bam. Truck DFS. There we go. DFS. Hashtag truckers. Trucks. There we go. Live now. Here we are. Ba-bam. We're live. Let me do that. All right, so everybody's already joining. Let me make sure I got. Okay, get that. I have absolutely no interest in the slate, so it makes my job as projecting stuff pretty easy because it's pretty straightforward. And I was already kind of doing projections as Q was live, and I already had Gray and Gilliland optimal. With John or Nemechek going to the back, I project those three to be optimal. And so, yes, they can blow an engine, yes, they can wreck, but in most situations, you're going to have Todd Gilliland, Tanner Gray, and John Nemechek in the optimal line, especially if they, which I believe they should give John Nemechek the maybe either start dead last or third to last. Those guys are optimal, just based on place differential, unless they wreck or unless they have a terrible day. I see those three being optimal. So if you're looking at it in a sense of like, I know I've been using the term binary a lot, just because I still think it's a great descriptor of how to look at lineups. And so when you're looking at those three guys, they're optimal. Just put a 1 next to them, so they're optimal. So everybody's building the lineup with basically 3 positions here. It's going to be very chalky night. The contest should split pretty largely. So maybe if you're in like a small, like the $1, maybe 3 max, maybe a single entry, and even then you're still gonna have chalky lineups. And so I'm doing projections up here. They'll be up on Patreon in a bit, but I just have absolutely no interest in this slate just because it's gonna be really really chalky. I don't see. I hate the slate, man. Fuck me. There's nothing we can do. It's 3 guys. Put those 3 guys in your lineups. When I get stuff done, I guess we'll talk about who is likely to get in and who's not, and I'll bring the screen up when I get stuff done. But I don't see a ton, man. I don't see any meat to this bone. Anything we can really do to get different here. We're all kind of going down the exact same path. So that's why I went live sooner, just because I got absolutely nothing to do. Cut my time down. My player pools maybe like 9, 10 drivers. Everybody's gonna be playing the same lineups. I mean, it pretty much goes to that. So if you guys want to talk about the slate, I mean, I guess we can. Everybody's playing the same guys. Lock those 3 guys into your lineups. That's how it is. And if you want to fade them, hope they wreck. Hope somebody hits the unprotected concrete wall. But other than that, it's there, man. It's those 3 guys. So it's those 3 guys. Takes any fun out of the equation. I tell you what. Yeah, man. It's those 3. John Nemechek, Todd Gilliland, Tanner Gray. John Nemechek, Todd Gilliland, Tanner. I'm just gonna, what? Here, let me edit here. Let me edit him. Let's see. Let me get that. What is this? Let me edit that. I'm gonna do. Let me change this to parentheses. John Nemechek, Tanner Gray, and Todd Gilliland. There we are. And I'm pretty sure that DraftKings is going to give John Hunter a 34th place starting position. That's just how it's going to go. Because he never took a time. He doesn't have a time now. Let me just edit this here. Let me do that. And one last thing, Tanner Gray. Here we are, buddy boy. And oops. Okay, all right. So we've edited the title there. Got to find some humor in this. All right, now I can fill this out, and yeah, let me do that. All right, let me get that there. Let me get and if they, which they should give John Hunter 30 what is it, 34th, because he literally never took a time. Like if you still look on their scoreboard, yeah, they have him as 16th right now, but that is not going to be the case. That's a big no for me, driver. So I guess I mean, I hate to really do this kind of live, but this is a shitty week, so let's just kind of do everything live. So let's worst case scenario, let's give Tanner Gray, they give him 19th. So what is that? Give him 15 there. Tanner Gray projected 4. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't put the pricing. Let's see. We got Tanner Gray projected for 43 points. And sorry. And where are we at here? It's a 6.4 value. Okay. Congratulations. Welcome to Tanner Gray Chalk Week. Welcome to Todd Gilliland Chalk Week and John Henry Mega Check. That's just how it's going to be. Let me just make sure that works. Let me make sure I get rid of these guys. All right, so Todd Gilliland. We're going to bump Todd Gilliland up a little bit more. We're probably going to give him a round. Let's see. We gotta give Gilliland a top 10, man. We really do. Or at least let's be a bit lenient and give him a, what is that? We got Todd Gilliland for 50 points. And then we're gonna give John Hunter over the course of a race. That's like a pretty low ball. We're gonna give John Hunter Nemechek 61 points. So we got John Hunter Nemechek at 61 points, Todd Gilliland 50, Tanner Gray 43. That's what we're doing it right here. Here, let me get that and get there. Who do they have starting? Keith McGee starting 31st. I'll give him, what is it, 2 hours? We'll give him an hour and 40 minutes before we start freaking out. John Henry Nemechek is still on there. This race is 150 laps, and we'll get the screen up in a bit. I'm just doing the projections right now. Man, this is a Grand Finger Austin Hill type of week, man. It really is. Those guys there. Maybe Lane Smith. We can bump him up. Okay, let's see where that goes. Austin Hill, how many are we averaging from good old Austin Hill here? Yeah, we haven't missed much yet. I just, like I said, I'm pretty convinced that we're gonna have John Nemechek on DraftKings starting for 34th. I don't really see a reason why they wouldn't, especially because that time was disallowed. So, like I said, we'll give them about an hour and 40 minutes to see if they change that. But it's chalk. Even with take John Nemechek out, it's Todd, Gilliland, Tanner Gray. I think they're optimal. And with that, it just really destroys any care, any real fun in building lineups right now. So let me go ahead and do this here. Go ahead and these guys. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna probably give Austin Hill the win. Lean on him. And down, move Zane Smith out. Byron's an interesting little feller here. Was he 9,800 for 44 points? I don't think that's not too crazy. I don't think that's crazy at all. Hocevar, big rip, dude. Big rip to Hocevar. This Hocevar's first race. Yeah, it is his first race here. 3. We'll give him Jeski. Let's look at him real quick. 2, 3, 4. This might be kind of seems like a career day for Jeski. Dylan's gonna hang on where she's at. Give Kraft a little bit more. Rhodes made a comeback, but I'm kind of worried about his truck. We'll give him. Kraft and Rhodes and Friesen are very similar in projections for me. Same thing with Kligerman, probably a bit less than Kligerman. Because I got Kligerman at 35. I got Kraft on with a bit higher than that. I'm giving Kligerman a 13th place right now. What about Tricks? How's he done at tracks like this? Let me look real quick. We'll do that. Drew Dollar. I got to project Drew Dollar for about 15th, but he'll probably end up wrecking the field or doing something stupid. I know he will. Got to try and get different here. Let me check the YouTube again. We're almost done with the projections here. Yeah, see, like DraftKings doesn't even he doesn't even have Tanner's position updated. We're gonna trust him on John Hunter. What's updated now for Gray? Showing him. But yeah, this is a yeah. There we go. Yeah, John Nemechek updated to 34th. There we go. Knock yourself out and fucking kill yourself, man. All this sucks. This is the worst chalk I think I've ever seen in my entire life. I gotta edit the description again. I gotta do that. So this is the worst slate in history. The worst slate I've ever seen. Gun to head to play 3 guys. Ba-bam. Probably get demonetized for gun to my head type of language, but that's just how it be this week. We got to play 3 guys. You can play 3 guys, man. We're almost done with projections. We're almost done to break things down. Gotta update one thing here, and then we can kind of start. I guess this will be a race we can kind of talk more about lines when I get that stuff. What do we got? We got a hour and 54 minutes. You need to get this sent over to the Patreon fellers. So let me do that real quick, and we'll be there. Update that. Let me update that. Let me update that. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so there's that, there's that, there's that. Dude, this sucks, man. This is the worst slate I think I've ever seen in my life, man. So give me let me answer that in like 2 seconds, because right now I'm trying to update the Patreon stuff. But man, that really messes the lines up. Having John Hunter, Gilliland, and Gray in every single line, because we only got 3 places to get different now. Let me just finish this really quick, and we'll break down some answers. We'll BS for a while. Let's see, Fogelman. Yeah, I'm gonna see if seems like a race with Fogelman's gonna wreck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it really seems like a race where just Fogelman's just gonna eat shit and die. Yeah. Let's see, man. God, I hated the idea of chasing place differential in this goddamn race, but man, it really do be like that. It really do be like that, man. Really do. Okay, we got that done. Now let's try and project fast laps really quick. Man, it really is. It really is an Austin Hill type of week, man. I really do think that. Even if maybe not 30. That's a bit high for Austin Hill. How many? It doesn't even matter. Fucking John Nemechek. It doesn't even matter how many fast laps he gets. But I'm gonna give John Nemechek 25 fast laps. Gosh, man, that really sucks. We'll even be generous. We'll give Ryan Preece 8 fast laps because they're cheating. They're cheating over there. What are we at now? 117. Grafton, we'll give him some. Ben Rhodes, we'll give him some. Actually, we need to switch that. Okay, cool. There we are. Let me upload this, and the PDF will almost be done. Okay, let me get that up there. Paste links. Unlinked. And we'll go there. We'll go there. Paste on links there. Isn't that every race though? Yeah, but I mean Sterling. You can't say that. It's not like there's always chalk in each thing. This is I have John Hunter, Nemechek, Gilliland, and Gray projected to be optimal at like minimum effort from these teams. Obviously, if one of them wrecks, then they're not going to be optimal. If 2 of them wrecks, then they're not going to be optimal. But in a situation to where you're only fading these guys in hopes that they wreck. If they do wreck and you fade them, well then good on you. You're getting different from the field. In the event that they perform well and are optimal, there's gonna be a shitload of lineups with them, like a ton. Almost, I would imagine, easily 35% of that $10 GPP is gonna have all 3 of them in a lineup. Probably 60% have 2 of these 3 in a lineup. It's a very difficult week to get, or a very difficult slate to get different on. There's gonna be a lot of duplicated lineups, and so that's where it is. Oh yeah, sorry. I was even like, man, Sterling, that's a stupid question. Why is Sterling at? Yeah, Fogelman. Yeah, I apologize. Sorry, I just saw that. So yeah, sorry about that. Went on a rant because I'm all disappointed. God damn it, man. I hate races. I hate chalky races, and this is oh my god, this is the worst. The worst. Okay, let me get that. Let me just bring this up, and then I'm almost done. Almost done. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sterling. I was even like, man, Sterling, he's a smart guy. Why is he asking such a dumb question? What is with this man? What is with this guy here? What a man. Like, man, Sterling's usually a good egg. What a question to ask me. He knows it's gonna make me mad. What is he doing? What is he doing? This guy is crazy. Speaking of crazy, I was gonna say, right there. Let's see. Almost. Oops. Hope I'm doing the right one. Let me delete that. What are we at here? I need to get this up before an hour and 45 left. I would like to do that. So 3 minutes left for my own conscience to feel good about this. Let's see, there's that. See, there's that. It seems like I haven't ran lines, but it seems like Self is going to be the fourth one in. I haven't ran the optimizer yet. Haven't really looked at a ton of stuff, but it's looking like Austin Wayne Self is the fourth driver. And I think I'm kind of I'm talking about this more openly because I think there's going to be duplicated lineups anyway. So I don't feel like I'm really messing stuff up by saying that, like, oh, this guy's optimal, or like these 4, maybe these 5, maybe this 6 drivers in your lineup. Like I think Austin Hill is the next one in, but I have yet to determine that. Let's see. I gotta cut those down. Okay, so we got that. Chalk. We're at Self. That's what we're looking at right here. Okay. Now let me just do this, and here we go. Which I wish we had a little bit more time. Maybe not, because this was a really easy. This was a super easy race to do projections for. So. And bam. Okay, so we did that. Just got to do the player poll really quick. And we are done, and I can upload this and then talk about stuff there. So get any questions in if you want some guy looked at, and I'll tell you if he's optimal, because I know everything about everything. I am any of you guys play video games? You guys ever play Metro 2033? Any of those guys remember the librarians from that? I'm such an idiot. I'm just talking about random crap. Based on link. And okay, Patreon PDF is done. Let me update this, or let me upload it. My bad. Let me upload this right now. Price pick still isn't up for whatever reason. All right, download that. Okay, now that that's downloaded, upload to Patreon. Okay, and now that is upload to Patreon, I can start answering. So if you guys have the Patreon, it is up. I've learned it takes a few minutes from your end to get it, because I've had PMs before where I'm doing a live show and I'm like, oh, it's up, and they're like, no, you're lying, bro, it ain't up yet. You're running us through the mud. You're pulling the wool over our eyes. You're lying to us. And I'm always like, no, Jack. Nah, bud, it's up. It just takes a while. Okay, and I just got to get the screen ready for the show. Okay, let me get that. Oops. Whoops, sorry about that. I just whacked my mic. Okay, let me get that. I think we're good to transfer this over now. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I do got to check to see if the PDF works on Patreon, because sometimes that does happen. Okay, and it works. Yeah, that's there. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Let me move this over here. And let me swap the video. Then you like my Scarface too. I was hot. I had to unbutton the collar. Hopefully I don't look too homeless there. Let me get this optimizer running on the side, and we'll talk about some stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, Roberto, Chandler Smith either. This is your chance, Chandler Smith. You got it, bud. You either win this race or you suck. That's how it is before. I've given Kraus a couple laps. I'm giving 5 laps left, and he's dropping like an egg. Did you see that that he hit something in Q? And basically almost ripped the nose off the car. That's not something. I would be worried about that. I want to know, did he hit concrete? Did he end up hold on, I'm gonna answer. Okay, there we go. Let me get this optimizer working here, and while I do that, we can kind of rank these guys in terms of pivots or in terms of plays to see if they're optimal or not. Man, what a shame, man. What a crappy slate. So I guess this is, I'm not trying to turn my content into more of me talking or into more memes, but like, you know, obviously the All-Star race last week, and then, you know, this one kind of here, I think we're kind of here more to chit chat, talk versus really break stuff down. Up into a certain point. If you know what I mean here. I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do the freezing. I really, really don't. I don't, man. Let's see. I got freezing projected for 40. What do we got? I got freezing projected for 42 points. I got Gilliland projected for 50. And that's me giving Gilliland, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Jesus, dude. I mean, that's me giving Gilliland like a 15th place finish. No, man. I can't do it. Maybe if he wrecks, but that's not me, man. Gosh, I have so many tabs open. This thing is dragging like crazy. This thing is going so slow. Let's see. Okay, we'll get this calculate now. We'll get this optimizer, and it's freezing. I gotta close. Probably gotta close Hulu as well. We'll catch him on it. Oh, what? Come on, yeah, of course. If you know, come on, Pierce. Obviously, if he's not, that car is ready. That car is fine. It's racing. Well, I mean, that goes to what I kind of brought up in your Discord. I mean, that's the car that they're cheating with. It's the car, man. It's either they're gonna get that car squared away, or that is like a terminal problem for this race. Like, they will not make the race. Like, I gotta word this because there's still cars out there. Hypothetically, if a car that I worked on had illegal parts on it, hypothetically speaking, that's the chassis. No matter what you would change in that situation, that is an illegal chassis. So you have to take that car apart entirely. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. So I mean, what do we got? We got an hour. Basically, got an hour and 37 minutes till the green. Hour and 37 minutes till lock. They can get that. They'll either know if I'll give them an hour and a half to fix that. I think they can. If all hands are on deck, especially for us, for fantasy, like, we don't care if the car fails afterwards. I would probably put money on it that car fails post-race inspection as well. So maybe the team's worried about that. But I think this car, I think that's an illegal car in general. Okay. Let me do that. Let me put my projections in really quick. Almost brought up on that screen. That would have been bad because that's what is streaming. And let me just change some of this stuff here, and then I can really pay attention to the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Feel free to drop some singles in the PayPal link below. While we do some detective work on how this race goes. All right, we got that squared away. That's going to go. We'll give that a few minutes to run its lines. I'll probably have to exclude people on the next run, but I'm pretty sure I can just run this thing once and it's going to tell me who to play with John Hunter Nemechek and these guys. I don't think I have to do a whole lot of digging here. All right, so let's look around here. Gilly, it's hard to pass. I'm not man, this is just me. I'm just obnoxious in general. This is not me tilted, man. Because I only have one line, so hey, guess what? If that car isn't on, if it isn't taking the green, and we got time before lock, all I gotta do is switch out one guy. I'd hate to be in a situation where I got 30 lines with Gilliland in them, and yeah, oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, dude, that's the car. That's not the nose. I wish they would report this better. I mean, maybe it's kind of me inferring, but the way they're talking about it is like, oh, they're just going to change the front end of the car. Like that, they are changing suspension components in that 38 car. That is the chassis that's legal. That is not just the front end. Like, that car is illegal. Doing all that work. What do they got here? They got a blowtorch. They're probably rewrapping well, I guess in this picture it looks like they're rewrapping, but they got a blowtorch. They got shitload of not ratchets. God, what are they called? Rivets. They got a rivet gun out there. So they're reapplying, or not reapplying, but redoing basically the front end connecting points of that. So I'm assuming they had to replace probably like a bar, like either a part of that front end that's bolted on, or maybe not the suspension exactly. Something's wrong. Like they're replacing an entire part of that car, but I still think that car is going to be illegal, especially if they're going to change that much. Like, let's see what else they got. Got a bunch of a lot of really. I mean, it looks like they're trying to change more of the body work than change the front end of that car, at least to get it to pass pre-race inspection. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Let me look. Jack, I'm not playing. Well, Hey, Pierce, I'm not done yet. Don't point out Austin Hill. This is my show, okay? Don't jump to conclusions. So let's go ahead and rank these idiots. Pierce is already kind of on the path. He already kind of knows where I'm at here. Remember, an A is pretty much anything over is near a 6x or over. D is you know a really ugly looking 4. B is 5x. Crazy that Haley Deegan is. What is this? Wrong. Crazy that I got Deegan projected for 29 points and she's still hitting value, a really ugly value. That's interesting. A lot of guys in a lot of 5x driver. This is more than I thought. I got a lot of guys projected very similar spots here. Moving to the F. Throw this down some more. And get rid of these guys because I don't need them. Let's see. Oh, I gotta move the other screen down too. Let's see. Timmy Hill. That's a no. Little Lawless Allen is a no. Austin Wayne Self. As I concluded when I was just making the projections, I think Austin Hill's the next guy in. We'll kind of make some discussion lineups here. Okay, so if this is the case, so we have John Hunter Nemechek, TG, Todd Gilliland, Tanner Gray, the 2 TGs, Austin Wayne Self. What is that? What is that leaving us? We got Gray, Gilliland, Self. That's 9,000. Left per driver. All right, I guess I could have just put 18,000 there. So I think that's going to be a popular build. Even throwing Austin Hill onto that. Let's think of people we can put here. Maybe I should get rid of the abbreviations. I can spell. Oh man. Okay, so what is that? 9,000 left. So we'll do that. So who can we add to this lineup? So we got Austin Hill. We have, I mean, pretty much anybody. If you want to go Creed, We got Creed added onto that. For your top guys, you can even go Byron. Because I assume the first thing is going to be... I assume most people would probably pay up at that point for their first guy. But you can even go Rhodes. Creed, not Creed, Crafton. Friesen. I guess we're ranking them in like tiers, I guess. I'd even probably throw Kligerman. I'll throw Kligerman in there. So I think a lot of lineups are going to kind of... I need to change that. We'll mess up that. So I'm going to assume that most lineups go like this, where it's Nemechek, Gilliland, Gray, and Self. Am I wrong? Am I crazy for that? Let me look at the chat now. Here, I'm kind of missing something here. I won't say, but I bet I know the fifth. I think it's flux capacitor. That's funny. Let's see. I hate to say this, but Roper might not. I mean, yeah, this is... So, if everybody's going to build lineups like this, which what is the project? Let's see what this is saying right here. Okay. Austin Wayne Self, Tanner Gray, Nemechek. Ooh. This did not take Gilliland. Interesting. Gilliland is... That's interesting. It didn't take Gilliland in the first run. That's interesting. I don't like that lineup though. Ah, man, it's one easy. So my top lineup has Chase Purdy in it over Gilliland, and I do not like that. Where you at, Chase? Oh man, that's ugly. Let's exclude Purdy from this because I do not like that lineup. I like that lineup. But yeah, so if everybody's going, let's say, we'll leave Self in for this discussion here. But if you're making 10 lineups, yeah, I guess I'll use, let's say 150. We'll use the 150 example because then we can cover more things and we can cut it down as we continue to talk more and more lineups. So this would be one core, and then you would take two of these guys in and out with this core, and you could probably cover this with, what is that, 1 2 3 4 5 6. You could probably cover that in like 16 17 lines, all these drivers here in a lineup. So if you're building 20 lineups, you could cover a pool of pretty much just these guys, and then it kind of goes down to where if you want to increase using like ugly plays, replace Self with Roper and just do the same thing all over again. Even Danny Bone, same thing all over again. I would much rather go Bone off of Self. So I guess we can write this again. And I kind of like this talk more. I think this is kind of more fun. It's kind of more useless. I don't know. I keep hitting that. I think it's useless because everybody's going to be playing the same. So value is Self up and over Danny Bone, Roper, probably Deegan. So I would assume this is where... yeah, I guess I could have just done the whole thing there. I'm assuming that's where... Well, we'll do this one, the chalk lineup. Like, the more you look at it, you just see like every lineup is going to be taken here. So let me look. Call Roper, good play, disgusting. I mean, Roper isn't a good play, but to be different, you got to play some ugly plays. Deegan get different. Hey, how do you think Byron? I do not think William Byron will finish top 3. You have Gill. How do you still? Well, if I have Gilliland for 15th, and I think he's optimal, does it matter? Like, even in my projections, like he's popping off. Like I'm giving Gilliland, you know, 67 points. Like at that, do I really need to change that to 75 points or anything like that? He's in the way I look at it. So I mean that's why I'm giving him like 15th, like basic show up to the racetrack with this illegal car and run it and finish 15th. Um, let's see. Let's see. Still working on it. I'll look into this later. But yeah, that's why I got that's why I have him for 16th, just because I don't think there's much more we can do after that. Let's see here. Oh, that's why you asked Friesen over Gillen. What do you have? I gotta look at. That's interesting. That's really equivalent to like mine liking Chase Purdy over Gillen. Maybe together, but I don't see. Did I change? What is this? Hold on. I guess I left it. Yeah, I got Gillen at 50 right now. Friesen is at 42 on my projection. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, it's either these three guys are optimal, and like I said in the beginning, like I feel like in the $10, you're gonna have at least 30% of the lineups have three of these guys in it. Probably 45 or 50 in total have two of these guys minimum. Probably even higher than those percentages there. And I mean, unless these guys wreck, it's gonna be split. And I'm not gonna waste my time. I make a lot of dumb lineups, but I'm just not gonna waste my time building a lineup for these guys to wreck here. Friesen or Chandler Smith? Let me take a gander. I would take Chandler Smith all day, every day. So let's see. I'm debating here. The issue with Chandler Smith is, God, I'm worried he's gonna take the field out. He's starting fifth. I mean, this is his time to shine. That's not an ugly line. I'm gonna write this down because I'm trying to get different here. And what if the play is all place differential? Like, not because it's safe. I'll write this, but like this is a situation where so many guys can score place differential to where it might lock out the fast laps, especially if they switch a lot. So like I like Chandler Smith to an extent, but if he doesn't show up and you need him to show up, well then Sheldon Creed is going to outscore him easily. And I know they're in different price ranges, but you can build lineups that will use either or. Same thing with Chastain. Same thing, maybe not with Byron to an extent, but Rhodes for sure. Ty Majeski's too cheap. What he's at with what that car can do. Friesen could probably outscore Smith. Crafton could as well if they have a good day. Even if Drew Dollar decides to show up. So what is this? What is this saying now? This optimizer, because this might be a place differential. It's like, so I took Purdy out of the lineup, and now it's running to run with Chandler Smith and Austin. It's wanting to punt too. What is this? Oh my god, I know that lineup's horrible. It's wanting to use Lawless Allen. What on earth? 20 points. No, we can get this higher. We gotta exclude more of these losers, man, because that's not good. Roper in there. Bone will take Cram out. I'll leave Cram in, actually. Dawson Cram. Now that I think about it, Dawson Cram might be a play. I don't think I need to punt to Chris Wright. I'll leave him in just in case. Him in. Take Wallace out. Okay, so let's see. All right, so that bumped up the projections quite a bit in Slime. So let's go here. Let me see. Hill and Kligerman, Byron Smith. I would take Austin Hill and Kligerman with that. Personally, every lineup's coming down to you pair the chalk 4. Yeah, that's all the lineups, man. So I don't think playing 10. I really don't think playing 20 max is worth it today. I would not play 20 max at all. If you want my advice, don't play any contest bigger than 3,000 people in it. Play a single entry. Play of $1. But I don't think it's worth. I don't think you get that investment back. I don't think you get that R. Even if you take it down. I know you're probably doing the $3. Maybe you get your investment back there, but I do not think it's worth playing $20 or 20 lineups. I really don't. I think a smart thing would do just to not play this slate. But after that, I don't think it's worth making that many lineups. I really don't. Like I would much rather build 20 lineups for tomorrow's race or the Cup race. I would save your money and not do it there. Reason Chandler Smith. Let's see how that. No, yeah. Drew Dollar is horrible. That's not good at all. Like, it sucks, man. I like Majeski more than Drew Dollar there. But that's where we're at. What is this going now? So the one that I liked that I wrote down, it has Majeski in it. But yet again, I feel like once you clear through all of these guys, you'll end up on Majeski and stuff. So like that line isn't even that attractive when you look at the amount of lines it took me to get there. Like it didn't really take me that long. That's one to use Chandler Smith. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, Step Bro, what are you doing? Alright, we'll let that load some more. So, man, there's a real argument to be made. This is a place differential race, even with 150 laps. So who leads a chunk of this race that doesn't flip flop? It might be Austin Hill and Finger Smith. They're the only three that I can see who would lead like the first stage and a half, 2 stages, but it's hard for me to really see that without them kind of flipping it. Like maybe Infinger leads the first stage, or maybe Hill leads the first stage, or Chandler Smith. But I don't think they keep the lead, and I don't think they get the laps led and the fast laps. I still think it's divided, so whoever leads laps, I don't think they get the fast laps once it's into the run, especially with lap traffic, with how slow some of these cars in the back are going to be. I think it's a place differential race, and not in a sense of it's safer to play place differential. It's really looking like that. It's really looking more like place differential here and there. Let's see. IBM, yeah. DK has Majeski at plus $10,000 to win. That's to win. Hell yeah, I'd throw $10 on there. Or if you had Ryan in here, it'd be like, yeah, put a unit and a half on that. Put half a unit, a quarter unit. I'd throw $10 on that. Fuck yeah, I'd totally take that. I don't think it'll happen, but I think it's worth $10. We got $10 burning in your pocket. Or put a $1 bet on DraftKings that he wins at $10,000 and give me $9. Jack Wood about to lead 150 laps. Man, Hell no. No, 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 no. Ty Creed or Hill Clearman? Ty, like. Oh, Ty Majeski. Well, I didn't tell you that. So, Ty Creed, I have. Let me get the projections out. So, I got Ty Majeski for 38 points. And I got Creed for 56. So that's 94. 94 Hill Kligerman. It's probably going to be the first one. So let's see. Kligerman. Hill. I got that for 98.5. But that's because I'm. So the Hill Kligerman pair would score better with me, but I'm giving Austin Hill 38 laps led and 20 fast laps. If he doesn't hit that, it'll be the first pair that I will be covered there. Let's see, 55 of you guys watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with me instead of watching practice or whatever the heck they're doing on TV right now. We got an hour and 30. I'll probably still be here like about 30 minutes because I got nothing else to do. I think that lineup gets played. So let me try and see who gets more ownership between these value plays because I think that's where I'd rather get different at the 6K range. That seems like the place I want to try and get different at. So if we look at the 6K range, if Austin Wayne Self has a bad day, I think it might be worth going to Dawson Cram because let's take a gander at Dawson Cram in detail here. So let's look at lap by lap data. Get this race for the prize.com. Go ahead and goof around and let's look at a Dawson Cram. Let's really compare Cram and Self or these pump plays. Let me even add Cram to this. I think that's one way to get different. That's easier to get different ownership that can realistically do well versus just pivoting off one of these guys, which I still don't think is going to work. Let's see here. So give me a moment. Rex, what are we at? Where we go. So I don't remember where they've raced this year. Let's see. They've done the Daytona Road Course, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Bristol, Richmond, Kansas. So I want to look at Richmond. I want to look at Darlington. Maybe Texas there. I'm going to start off on Richmond. Who had more speed there compared? Sorry, very old school over here. So I need to look at Self, Bone, Roper, Deegan, and Cram. I don't even think all these guys made it into these races, but we could be wrong here. So let's take a gander. Let's look at Austin Wayne Self. If I can spell it correctly. What are we at? We're at Richmond. He started 10th. Do the field. Ran 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. The stage 14th. Had another yellow. 16th, 18, 18, 20th. Yellow. 20th, still ran yellow. Ran about 18th. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure everything's already pointing towards Austin Wayne Self, but I think we really do need to take a look at this type of stuff. So Danny Bone, very similar in the same. Basically ran 26th the whole race. Basically ran 26th, 25th, and then he finished slightly better than where he should have been. Finished I finished 21st, so Roper's going to be interested. Is this entertaining? Do you guys like this or not? Is this fun? Let's see here. Man, I wish I could win solo. I've never taken down the big NASCAR GPP solo. I've done some single entries, but I've never done that. Let's see. Do you even know what a KBM truck is? Cowboys Motorsports. Come on. Try. Did you really just ask me that, Matthew? I mean, if you don't like how I do stuff, man, or if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, you can happily leave. You're fine. They always boo loudest from the Chiefs. They always boo loudest from the Chiefs. Yeah, that is true, man. That is true. So let's take a gander at Roper. Let's see. Roper basically ran close to DFL the whole time at Richmond. Like really off. Like he's in the 30s. He never got out of the 30s even under yellow. That's horrible. Absolutely disgusting for Roper. That is just ugly. Really bad. Deegan, I'm pretty sure this is when she wrecked, was it Chris Wright? Started 14th again. Fell back to 22nd, 23rd, pretty quick. Stayed in 23rd. 24th, 23rd. 20th, got in that wreck. 23rd, 23rd, finished 17th. So, look at Cram. I don't even think Cram was in this race. I don't think he queued, or maybe he did. Cram was not at Richmond. Did not start. So, what am I looking at now? Man, it's really the closest race. We'll go ahead and look at Darlington again. I think I said that before, but we'll try it again. I'll even look at Kansas too. These guys haven't really raced anything. Oh, and Texas. So, Darlington, Kansas, Texas. Take a look at the chat. What's on pre? Okay. Interesting. I wonder if I doubt I can go back. How much time is left? We got an hour. Okay, we got an hour until lock. Let me look into that Roper stuff real quick, or I'll do that after I look at the laps. But that Roper, like he's not normally that bad. That was surprising to see him that off pace. But even still, like he's still been off pace this year. So what did he do? He did 19th at Texas, 25th Charlotte, 40th Darlington, Richmond. That doesn't really help his case. He's still pretty bad. Let's go back. What are we looking at now? Darlington for these guys. I'm sure I could use your new tool to do this. I just haven't saved it to my drive yet, so and I haven't had any time to really mess with it. Lost to myself. Go back to 23rd in the long run. Oh, and everybody died. I forgot. I can't use Darlington. That race is null and void because that is useless. That's useless data. I mean, maybe before the final restart, but that Darlington data is absolutely useless. The last, holy crap, going back. So we had a yellow at lap 102 at Darlington, and the race ended on lap 147. And we only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only had 9 laps of green flag race in the last 40 laps of that race. And they had stages in between, so. Danny Bone still basically 21st. How'd Roper do here? I think he finished 40th. I think he wrecked. I think Roper wrecked in this. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember he wrecked early. Wrecked on lap 13. So D and F. Deegan, what did Deegan do? Started 10th again. She's doing pretty good, man. Really good. Fell 25th in the long run, and that's how that ended. We'll say 25th. What about Cram? I think Cram ran this race. He did not. Okay, well, by Kansas. Let's see this again. All right. The Roper slander. Well, look, man. I gotta look through stuff. What? Read the chat. We already know where we're at. We're looking at punts right here. Let's look. Yeah, trying to check wrecked. Yeah. But I mean, even with that wreck, that's why I'm still looking at the the first. I'm mainly looking at the first stage or after the competition caution, just to see how far back these guys fell apart. I'm mainly, like, I already know Self is the best play. I'm mainly trying to choose between Bone or Cram. I guess I could just look at the races that Cram has ran. That'd probably be faster. And he didn't run Texas. My bad. It's because I was spelling Cram with a. I was spelling Cram with a C, or no, with a K. That's why. All right, let me go back. Sorry about that. Look up Cram again. Yes, Cram did run Darlington. Let me look. My bad, driver. My bad. 32nd, but that car. That's 31st. No way, he got in a wreck. Cram hit the wall at Darlington. Something happened to Cram at Darlington. I do remember that. I can't confirm or deny right now, but I can confirm. Okay, so Cram did run Richmond as well. Builder around 30th. It's not very reassuring. Cram at Kansas. Man, he's still slow. That is not very good. Cram. I think this is Cram's first real race here with this car, with this truck. Under green flag speed. Around 20th, that's not bad at all. Let's see here. Okay. I knew he upgraded his equipment. I didn't know when Cram did it. Let's see, I'm gonna look at his lap. I'm gonna look at his practice data. Let's go ahead and look at Cram's practice data, because even if it's slow, yeah, let's take a look at Cram and see how many laps he did. See what he did. What is he looking for? And I keep spelling Cram with a K. 18 laps is concerning. Where's he on that last one? So despite the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars are in the garage, his 18th lap, about 17 quickest there. Don't know when that lap was ran. I assume it's towards the end of practice because he came in so many times, so that's probably within the last 5 minutes of practice. So if we can look at one, 154.7. So let's look 1547. Compare that with the last laps that most people ran, assuming that it's still towards the end of the practice. Oh, yep, yeah, I did. Yep, my bad. Missed your thing. Let's see. Let me see what you're thinking real quick. Let me look. Yeah, I still think we're trying to get different cram might be the way to go. Oh, that's what I was looking at, the practice laps. So we're looking at a 154. How many people he beats? He's actually close because let's see, his last lap was a 1547. Friesen's is a 1554, 1551, 1549. So I would say he's in the ballpark of Friesen. He's certainly in the ballpark of Sauter late in the run, but these guys could be on old tires. I don't think Cram is that bad. He's better than Priest. Maybe not better, but he's certainly there. He's in the ballpark of a lot of good teams. I say he's better than Haley Deegan on most runs. Faster than Davis. For sure. Chris Wright. It seems like he's right on par, a little bit better than Chris Wright. Greenfield, I think he was doing a mock run at that point. Brett Holmes is better than my boy Brett Holmes. So if you go Cram, because I think he might be, if I could stop spelling it with a K, I think Cram might be the interesting play in the value range. So what do we do here? What does the optimizer want to do? Let this kind of go over the one. Alright, yeah, it's wanting to use self. Okay, so I think we've determined that self is the chalk play there. I think we've seen enough evidence to support that. I think Danny Bone is the next one. So if you're not playing self and you're not playing Bone, let's go and look at, let me go, because I follow a guy, I think his name's Kyle, on Twitter. He posts all, yeah, Rounders Kyle on Twitter. He posts all the ownership for the big slates there, and I like him just because that's all he posts, so I don't have to look through a ton of crap for him. I just want to look at Cram's ownerships. Cram, 2.7% at, when was that? The 12th, so that's last week at Texas. Let's go back again. Let's see. Cram is at, Cram is 5.7% on 28th. That's at Charlotte. Obviously, it'll be bumped up. Cram is at 0.1 at on the 22nd. Not exactly apples to apples, but it's interesting to see that in hindsight. Where's Cram at? Cram is 1.56% on May 7th. Cram is 2.53% on May 1st. Cram is at 8.6% on the 17th of April. So we're seeing not a lot of interest in Cram even outside of that. So if we get Cram at like 17%, I'm perfectly fine with that actually. Yeah, he put that in the chat not too long ago. I guess that I don't even project ownership really anymore because I'm usually, sorry, I keep knocking this over. I'm usually any guy that I think should be the play is never owned. Isn't everything that I think is a bad play is usually higher owned. Yeah, that's 3. Yeah, I would just do 100% John or Nemechek. Like I said, I think this is a terrible slate to do a ton of lineups on. Personally, that's just my opinion. I don't see the return on investment to do that. I mean, I'm playing all 3 guys in the back just because if they wreck, they wreck. You know, I'll die on that boat. That's the hill I'll die on. But if they don't, I think they got a good chance of being optimal. So I think Cram is the interesting play here. I think he gets outscored by Self. Bone has a good chance of outscoring him, and Deegan has a chance of outscoring him. Deegan, I think he's closer to beating Deegan than we'd all like to admit in terms of points. Bone, depending on how the race goes. Self, if Self has an issue, Cram is the guy that I think fits into that. Fits in that line. Does anybody? Hey, what's Rotogrinder saying? Where are they projecting guys for that? I'm interested to see what Self's projected ownership is and what Cram's projected ownership is, because that's an interesting place to get different at. So we've been live for 75 minutes. Thank you guys for chilling here and being here and talking to me. I do appreciate that. Got around 53 minutes until lock. I think this will be about time for last call. If you got any questions or anything else you want to bring up or talk about, feel free. We can talk here. But this is a very chalky type of week, or chalky type of slate. So I think what I'm going to do is probably play Cram, hoping that something happens to Self, versus not playing John Nemechek, hoping that something happens to him, or not playing Gray and hoping something. Although Gray has a good chance of wrecking because Tanner Gray sucks. But I think I'd much rather just play those guys and hope that something happens to Austin Hill and see the highest projected group I can get with Cram in that. Or maybe if we go into detail, try and find somebody that isn't being highly owned there. I think that's how I'm going to end up trying to get different in those lines there. I think that's about it, man. I really think it's probably this is probably going to be the highest owned lineup for these 4 for sure. Swap it in and out of these guys. Then it probably goes, yeah, Self, Bone, Roper, Deegan, Cram. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. All right, cool. I think we're gonna end it there. I think everybody's kind of realizing kind of where we're going. So we're gonna end it there. I don't think I'm gonna make a Xfinity Series video. I'll probably just do a live show tomorrow as well. And I gotta ask Jordan what time he wants to go live on Sunday. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for spending your evening with me. Thank you for hearing me ramble and you know, all that type of stuff. I do appreciate it. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. And good luck today, man. I hope if one of the 3 guys wrecks, you guys have the lineup that takes advantage of that. Hopefully you can win some money, even with this crappy slate that we have here. So best of luck, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.